vision. He's unique, and that's all I can tell us.
Thank you, Susan. Our guest tonight doesn't look or act like your average LA rock and roller, but every time I turn around, his name is in the papers. He's been written about in New Musical Express, an English music paper as well. He's currently got an album out on Enigma Records, John Trubee and the Ugly Janitors of America. The album is titled The Communists Are Coming to Kill Us. Would you please welcome John Trubee? Hi, John.
Hi, how are you doing? Ask me a question.
Yeah, talk to us, John.
Okay, sure.
I've heard you described as angry and bizarre. You're a performance artist. Well, how would you describe what you do?
It's not really angry and bizarre. It's just that everything else is very boring and complacent.
I get it. Okay. Who is your audience?
I think young teenagers that are rebelling against their parents, anybody that looks at society and the world in a different, non-consumerist aspect. I'm anti-consumerist. I think that human beings are more than just passive sheep-like consumers. I mean, we have minds and spirits, but in modern-day America, people tend to ignore those things. And in my music, I try to bring joy and talk about the beauty of the spirit.
Okay, to be a little serious here,
Yes.
but that's what it was happening in the mid-'60s with Dylan and a lot of the people back then.
Right.
Did you compare yourself to them?
Not really, because they're rich and famous and much more talented.
But they weren't then.
Well,
maybe they were more talented, but they weren't rich and famous then.
Speaking of talents, you guys are in for a treat on this. John brought his puppets with him today, and we're going to do a little impromptu demonstration here.
Sure. Well, you see, live in concert, or whenever I'm allowed to play in a club, I bring along props and so forth, because my philosophy in playing in a club is that I want to put on a performance that I myself would like to go see. I hate to just see static rock bands standing there being very serious and into themselves and stuff. And so I'll do things of this nature, like... You know.
Is that on the album?
Oh, sure. Things of this nature, I mean, non-visual, but why can't people have fun? Why don't they have a sense of humor? Why do they take things so seriously? And a lot of musicians playing in clubs in Los Angeles are so serious and they're so into themselves, and their basic message seems to be, love me, I am beautiful, I am wonderful, pay attention to me, I want to be a rock star. And my basic message is to tell the world to go burn, basically, and create fun and have fun. Everybody is so serious, you know?
That's true. I mean, I've seen a lot of performers agonize before they go on stage, and they take all the fun out of it. It's like, we're up there to have fun and to be creative. It's like...
When it stops being fun, that's the moment that I'll stop doing it. If somebody offered me $1 million and said, well, I'll give you $1 million to do your things, but you have to do it this way and that way, and you can't bring your puppets on, I say, forget it, I'm not doing it.
Who else is an Ugly Janitor of America? Who's in the band?
Well, it revolves because a lot of the guys don't want to show up to rehearsals because they can't pay them, and a lot of times they're playing weddings or they have various day jobs and stuff. I have a couple guys from Cal Arts, Jack V's and M.B. Gordy, that play bass and rhythm, respectively. Larry Lashmer plays bassoon, but he also plays the Long Beach Symphony Orchestra. So when he's not playing with them, he'll come and play in the Ugly Janitors of America.
Oh, no, that gives him credit. That gives him commercialism.
Well, yes, he gets paid for what he's doing. He plays Handel's Messiah around Christmas time and so forth. But then he has fun in my band. He doesn't get paid in my band. Well, he does, and when we play in clubs, we make a little money occasionally.
You guys have all these incestuous connections going with Severed Head in a Bag and Dead of Nature and some of the other...
Right, Zoog's Rift. And there's people from Cal Arts and so forth. Right, they're always mixed around. There's various different musicians from various bands all over in Los Angeles, and they come in and out of my band and so forth. And whenever I get rehearsals together, I just call up and see who's available, then they get and play. But I try to get the best musicians that I possibly can. Some of the music is charted out, and some of it is purely improvised. And the main purpose of it is to have fun and to convey a message of we are more than just passive sheep-like consumers.
I've got this great idea. Why don't we get a little jam session going? Could I see one of those?
Oh, sure,
You have
absolutely.
a couple more of those?
Could you show the record cover?
Oh,
Could you show the record cover, please?
No, I definitely like the...
That's on Enigma.
The bear.
Right, now make
Does he have a
baby
name?
noises.
I need to know.
You have to make baby noises now.
It's sophisticated entertainment in Los Angeles. We're going to know.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Great.
Thank you. I always wanted to be a rock musician, and now I've had my chance.
Great.
everybody's the star for 15 minutes. Andy Warhol said so.
Right. 15 seconds.
15 seconds, was
Right.
it? Okay.
Okay, well, I really want to thank you. I mean, this is the most unique rock item that I have seen on the show so far. So, thanks for coming with us. Come back when you have another album, okay? And
Sure.
And you have even better-looking janitors.
Great.
I want to thank you for all joining us this evening with the Wear magazine. Good night, and we'll see you next week.